Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We have got Froyotech versus Vazoo on process. It should be a very exciting game. This is the winner's semifinals. Winner of this goes into Grands. The loser is going to have to go to the lower bracket semifinal and face off against one of the teams that we previously just saw. But here on this first mid, going to be watching Marmalou stepping in for the Froyotech team. The original ringer is showing up and helps get a kill onto Yum Yum, but Zilly going to go down. That's going to be a dead medic for Froyotech. There's so many weak players on the squad. However, there's only 3 alive. 4 of the Zoo make it to Divine and Exile. Marmalou bombing in, trying to see. That's a nice rocket on the Exile, but that is not going to be enough. So the Zoo winning that first mid, keeping their medic alive, guaranteeing themselves mid, and probably second as well.
Yep. Very close mid, honestly, all things considered. I wasn't expecting it to be that close with Marmalou stepping in. I know there's a little bit of a mix-up in, who all is, doing what. I think they are a little bit, rocky, at least for the start. I'm not sure how often Banny and all these other people have played with Marmalou. So could just be a little bit of a clash in play style, but I think they'll be able to work around it. That is just the first mid, so it is not telling about how the rest of the game is going to go at all. It looks like Sam is going to be bombing forward, making a good amount of space for his team, and Froyo is going to back out all the way. The Uber does get used for that bomb on the side of Sit, so now they're at essentially full Uber disad, but I don't know if Froyotech is going to commit to holding or if they want to bust out here. I mean, it's tried and true that you typically don't want to push out of process last unless you've got like crazy player ad, but it does look like Froyo's going to opt to use in. Demo's going to be deading. His stickies are on the side of Sit here. Sam has nothing set up by 2 or 1 or anything, and Froyo is going to take that point back for free, but Banny's actually going to go down, so it's not free at all. Goes straight out here. Zilly going to be caught out by Al-Qaeda here and is going to be taken down. Marmalou is going to find 2 free picks, though, and Patty is going to find Exile. So it's not all doom and gloom as the Minecraft kill almost comes out from Patty. Zam with a Z is going to survive, though, until Brand Slam comes in and takes him down. Yum Yum might be a free pick as well, but no, barely manages to survive. Brand Slam getting a little greedy and backs off as soon as Yum Yum picks up that pack. Froyotech going to be capping this mid here, and we're probably going to be seeing a stalemate. Actually, no, as Sit decides they want to refight this immediately. They don't want to wait. They're capitalizing off the fact that Patty is still down. Sam is bombing forward, getting a lot of space for his team. Banny could die here. Yes, he will. Yum Yum fights a pick. Sam fights a pick on a Marmalou, too, with the help of Donovan. Froyo down 2. Now Sid is going to push in through choke here and just walk into Froyo's second for free.
Yeah, Vazoo taking a lot of space here. It is going to be Logan going down over by IT in a little bit of a 1v1. Yum Yum going to win that with some nice pistol shots. Going to be able to get on 2-2, and they are going to have player advantage as well with that late death from Logan. Going to be able to walk in on to last, maybe get a pick or maybe try and get a force off onto Zilly. Neither is going to happen. Instead, Exile is going to walk through, is going to die. Divine just going to have to leave through lower. Froyotech successfully stemming the tide of aggression from the Zoo for now, but it seems like they want to try and get aggressive on their own. It is going to backfire. Patty going to fall over by 1, but Logan is right here with the combo. They're going to lose 2. Donovan and Yum Yum both going down, and this could be an opportunity for Froyotech to push out, but with Logan going down, I think that's going to be the break lights for Froyotech. They're just going to get back onto last, settle into this last hold, and try and figure out how they can get off of it.
Absolutely. Does look like we're going to be seeing just a standard textbook last hold here, if anything. It is even Ubers, so they might stay on those combat classes, actually, and see if they can't just catch out anybody. But it does look like Brand Slam now finally swapping over to the Engineer. The Fly cosmetic in full swing. Actually, every Fly cosmetic, I think. Level 1 built up on the left side, looking at it from the attacking perspective. The level 1 is actually going to find Zam there, so now Sit is down, but look at this, Yum Yum sitting far right side on Spy, just spotting for info. Could be looking for a back cap potentially, or looking for an opportunity to get in and sap the gun. I think Froyo might be aware at this point, though, just through counting players, counting scouts. They see maybe that Sit is down 1, so could be anticipating some kind of spy or maybe a sniper. Looks, by the way they're kind of playing, it looks like they're anticipating a sniper more so than a spy. Yum Yum does decloak up in heaven here, looking for an angle, and is caught out by Brand Slam.
Unfortunate, and that's going to be a little taunt from Brand Slam. Zam as well going down, so it is going to be 3 down on Vazoo. Opportunity for Froyotech to get out. They find another in Sam, so only going to be Exile and Divine alive trying to escape. They do manage to do so successfully. Sam is going to be delayed, so that's going to be no stickies on any of these choke points. Froyotech can get in a lot more freely because of it. There is a sniper in Zam over in the forge spawn. Froyotech might know. I don't know if you've seen the sniper dot, but either way, they are going to jump in. Patty making the space. The sniper shot does ring out, doesn't connect onto anyone. Patty just jumping around, trying to buy Froyotech a lot of room, and he does so successfully. Froyotech taking middle. It is still even Ubers, and for the Zoo, very poor start to this round.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow. I mean, Zam is just unlucky for him there. Going to get 2v1 inside of IT here, but looks like Logan could potentially die. Oh my goodness. Patty and Logan just barely managed to survive in IT. I think both of them had like 6 HP or something along those lines. So, you know, thankfully for Froyo, neither of them managed to perish. None of them met an unfortunate demise. Logan is still putting a lot of pressure up in IT, but is probably going to have to back out here relatively soon. The rest of Froyotech is opting to pressure a lot through sewer. Banny getting arrow tanked as you normally see, but could potentially die there almost. Looks like Patty going forward, getting some additional info and space for his team. Logan coming in through 1 is going to be able to land right on top of Divine. He gets the force here. Going to get met by Donovan, but he wins the fight against Donovan. Froyotech sitting with 100% over ad. Donovan down. Marmalou and Logan are down though. Yum Yum now also dead with Donovan. Patty going to be finding that mop up for his team. Zam going to eat a pipe while sitting on top of a point there. Now trying to get in, trying to get some damage. Is going to get cleaned up by Brand Slam here. Now Sid has to back out fully, as all Froyotech has to do is cap second and waddle on forward to try and take home the W for this round.
They're in a very good position to do so. Already making their way into lobby. Banny trying to try and peek through forward. Take down the sentry gun before it can get built. Is going to cause the engineer to pick it up. Doing a little bit of a dance over by the shutter door. Just trying to bait out the spam so he can place it down. He's going to rotate it over towards the right side. But that is not going to stop Froyotech as they come in. Banny jumping in super deep towards the choke. Takes down the sentry gun. Now they're going to try and rotate over everyone. They got a lot of cap time onto the point. They find one in Sam. They find another in Sam. Both being taken down there for the Zoo. It's going to be a 4v6, and they do have their Uber to help it out. The Yum Yum Heavy Exile doing so much work right there, getting those 3 picks. They do want to try and maybe pressure. If they can get this kill on the Patty, they are going to have a really good shot at getting on the second. Patty is going to stay alive, but that's not going to stop them. Yum Yum fighting in. Patty jumping, had an opportunity for the medic, is going to flank around over towards IT, and seems like the Zoo have managed to get off of their last on the second. Really well done by them.
Yeah, very, very well done. I mean, nothing more to say about it, really. They're just playing it well. They're playing it out as best as they possibly can here, given the circumstances. I mean, they just capitalized on every single advantage they had, and it looks like the Zoo is facing some difficulty trying to pressure the rest of Froyotech out of sewer. As Banny walks forward out of Al-Qaeda, it's going to be a bomb forward, trying to catch off Divine. They're so weak, but manages to live with only 42 health remaining. Patty waddling forward, the Waddle Warrior mindset kicking in there, but not quite able to find anything. Divine still 80 HP, is going to pop out through 1 here, and it's going to be on to Yum Yum Solar. It's going to be on to Exile here, sorry. Solo Scout Uber now latching on Donovan here, as they all completely mop up the rest of Froyotech, and it is just Logan trying to deny as much space as he possibly can. He's probably going to get taken down inside of his sewer.
Oh, Marmalou and Patty going to be coming in, trying to make a play onto the medic. Gets a little bit of damage, but Patty wasn't following up with his soldier buddy there. So it is going to be still Divine alive. Going to have 15% Uber advantage. Not that big. Actually, more like 20%. You can work off of it, but at this point be getting in based off of the player advantage. Logan is up on Sniper, looking over towards 1. Does have an opportunity for a shot onto Donovan and does get it. And it's not going to deny the point capture, but it may give Froyotech a little bit more room, an opportunity to breathe a bit easier. It means that Vazoo not going to come in with this slight Uber advantage that they have. Instead, probably just going to turn into a stalemate. Never mind, they're going in. All right, they don't care what I have to say. They are going in
Yeah,
off
they
this
don't
very
care.
slim Uber. Zilly doesn't have yet, so it might work out. They got a lot of cap time onto the point. They take down the sentry gun, but they haven't found anyone on Froyotech. They finally find one in Marmalou, but Donovan finds another on the Patty. It's looking pretty good for Froyotech to be able to hold this, especially now that they have their Uber. They can try and push out with it. Everyone on the zoo is here in lobby, and this Uber is just going to be right in their faces. Brand Slam finds one. He's going to find
Oh.
another, probably another onto Divine as well over in IT. Not going to live too much longer. Zilly getting a bit of damage there, but it has to worry because of the respawner. Sam found a nice pipe onto the medic. Isn't going to be able to get the kill, but a little bit too much silliness. Could have bit Froyotech in the butt, but they're able to get out off the last on the second and go forward.
Yeah, very nice push out from Froyotech there. Brand Slam managing to find those 3 kills there is very crucial for the success of Froyotech on this mid here. And it looks like Logan's going to be able to find Donovan caught out in the sad corner just by Sewer here. So unfortunately for them, Zam is also going to go down. So they have no soldier. Donovan is down off sniper. Will probably be coming up back on soldier here with his next life. And yes, he will. He's back up on soldier. It is looking a little bit rough for Logan inside of mid here. Yum Yum threatening the bat cap, but there's not much he can really do there besides, just the he's announcing his presence behind them, really. And now it's 2 players behind on the side of Zoo here. And now, oh my goodness, Brand Slam is able to get onto Divine. He's going to be able to pick up that nice frag there. Patty going to be able to find Exile. Benny finding Sam as well. It's so brutal for the side of Zoo. And it looks like Froyotech is going to be able to take home that first round.
Yeah, that back cap play from the Zoo not working out. I mean, sure, Yum Yum was already there. Not much you can do about that once he's committed behind. But they also had a soldier try and jump back, and then Froyotech just realized, all right, if there's 2 behind us, that means there's only 4 in front of us. They went in, they got a much better Uber, managed to kill Divine as well before they had a chance to use, and now they're going to be up 1-0 in this match. Sam, very, very weak, has to give up a lot of space, playing super far back. Froyotech doing a lot of early damage. They take a bit of their own as well, so everyone just waiting to get healed up. Zilly roundabout half health. He's got to play this super carefully. Doesn't matter. Yum Yum comes in with a nice couple of scattergun shots and takes down the medic, and again, Divine gonna be able to stay alive. Another one mid for the Zoo, keeping their medic up, but we've already seen that doesn't mean anything. Froyotech have the ability to push back even when they're at such a disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean, the Zoo here is really showing their dominance on these mids. Froyotech, tried and true their strategies, but looks like they are crumbling here against the Zoo, at least on the mids. They were able to turn around an entire, a round from essentially being on their last all the way over to Zoo's last, but they're just not faring very well on these mids. I don't know if it's a playstyle difference between, some of the players, how they like to play the mids. But regardless of what I'm saying right here, the Uber is going to come out from the side of Zoo, and that's going to be a demo bombing forward, trying to get into heaven, but no picks coming out from it whatsoever. Sentry does go down. Sam is able to find it, but it doesn't really matter as Zoo doesn't have any space or anything to, make do with. Does look like Zam is going to be able to find Marmalou. Logan going to be able to trade out with Donovan, though, so soldier for soldier, not too terrible. It does look like Froyo.
Oh, Patty.
Their own. Oh, Patty. Landing onto Divine there, traded out by Exile. Brand Slam going to find Zam and also going to find Sam. Both of those players going to be taken out, and now it's just Yum Yum alive inside of Red. IT is going to have to back out there.
Is going to have to back out. Unfortunate push for Zoo, not able to convert it, but Froyotech going to be able to come in with their very slight Uber advantage, but right now it's just kind of a momentum thing, especially now that they've taken down Yum Yum. Finally, Exile is a respawner. He comes up on the sniper. Good job taking down Banny there. That is definitely going to slow the Froyotech aggression. Not going to stop them from getting mid, but now, yeah, if it's an on sniper, you could probably try and re-peek middle just a little bit. Froyotech doesn't have Jess quite yet, but because he is, they're just going to have to play back. They're going to have to give Froyotech the opportunity to get Banny back up, and Froyotech seems like they want to take this Uber through IT, the perfect call to avoid a sniper, and they might be caught off guard. Patty bombing in, gets absolutely deleted by some pipes from Sam. However, Froyotech still have control of second for the meantime.
Yeah, Froyotech maintaining control of second is absolutely crucial here as they are able to find a pick onto Donovan and Yum Yum. The Uber does come out from the side of the zoo as they try to push Froyotech out through choke, but it's not the best decision, I feel, as they're getting back capped. Zam is the last man standing on last, is not quite able to get out of spawn just in time. I mean, he just came up, so not really much he can do there unless he hits a crazy speed shot out of spawn. So Froyotech going to be able to convert their second round into a dub, giving them a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, really heads up play from Marmalou, just over there on the last point, ready to capture it up. And unfortunately for the Zoo, not kind of anticipating that there was already someone in position to capture that point as soon as it was possible. Now, on the third minute, it's going to be Patty going in for a very big bomb, committing onto the demo. Marmalou getting onto the medic. Really great stuff from Froyotech. Completely different to how the last have gone. Zam is going to be a late death. A few remaining players trying to escape. The Exile does find one onto Patty. Marmalou chasing in very deep. Gets some damage onto Yum Yum, but Yum Yum should be able to stay alive here. So Froyotech maybe figuring out what was going wrong on the mid. So really only part of this match so far that they've had any trouble with, which is pretty bad for Zoo because that's been their one silver lining so far.
Yeah, the Zoo here has really been able to cling on to those mid wins and, really ride off the momentum those have given them. But unfortunately for this round, it seems like they're crashing and burning right now. Unfortunately for those players, it does look like Froyo looking to take in this Uber ad as they just waddle into last for now. Zam coming in onto barrels here, not quite using just yet. The Uber finally does come out from the side of Froyotech as the right spawn and its counterpart left side here are both locked down. Not as much cap time as Froyo might be hoping for, as the Uber is almost ready on the side of Zoo here, so they need to land on Divine, find something here. They find 3 combat picks, which is great, but the Uber is here. It does get used. It is just Yum Yum alive, so all Froyo has to do is kite around this Uber. It looks like they might find Vanny here, though, but they don't, as the cap time comes out from the side of Froyotech. So much backline pressure, and now Froyotech going to be able to abuse that chaos, abuse the 1 combat remaining, and is able to finally convert that third round into their favor, giving them a 3-0 lead up against the Zoo.
Ooh, and we have an adaptation for the Zoo. Seems like Zam has had enough of Soldier. He said, all right, that projectile stuff, that's not me. I'm a snipe, and that's exactly what he's doing. Process, probably one of the few maps that you can run a full-time sniper if you really, really wanted to, and we'll have to see if the Zoo commit to it. It all depends. If Zam's feeling himself, he gets a body shot onto Logan. The call from Froyotech should be made. Divine just barely staying alive. Zam with a nice headshot onto Vanny as well. Definitely feeling himself, so already paying immense dividends. Another onto Patty. And Zilly being an extremely, extremely late death there is going to be so helpful to the Zoo. As a Zam, even though he's playing Soldier in this Horse Run Monthly, he's probably much more well known for being a scout player and also being a sniper off-classer. So this is kind of a little bit more in his wheelhouse, even though it's the first time we've seen it this tournament, and already paying his worth with a nice headshot onto Marmalou. A 20-second respawn. He is just going in, and it seems like they are going to be going in. Oh.
Yeah, they're just all over this last tier Zoo. I mean, there's nothing that Froyo can do. Only having a couple players, they just kind of accepted their fate for that round and AFK'd in the right side spawn door. Zam pulling up to mid and getting a 4K instantly. Did not care about, the image that might reflect on him after this cup. He doesn't care. He's trying to win his team that game. He needs that prize money. He wants that moolah. He wants them keys. So he's going to be running sniper yet again up to mid here, coming up to choke. Now we'll be interested to see how Froyo is going to play around this, if they expect him to continue running sniper or if they spot him continuing to run sniper. Vanny's very weak inside of Blue Sewer here. Is going to get caught out by Donovan here. Now Froyotech down a player. They are going to be able to land on top of Divine here. Now it's 3 players down from the side of
Oh my God!
Taken down. Oh my goodness, Donovan. You can't get away with that. Oh my.
That was amazing.
It might be a team wipe for the side of Zoo, but they were able to trade out Zilly bare minimum for that their fight. So thankfully for them, It is going to at least be evens when Froyo decides they want to fight whichever point they want to fight, which it looks like it will have to be a mid to second push. No real Uber ad for Zoo to play off of. Does look like they've got Zam on sniper yet again, and it's going to find Brand Slam here, playing over by Sewer here, just trying to get as much value as possible. Froyotech now
Donovan's already in.
that.
Yeah, he's just jumping in, trying to make a bit of space. He is going to take some damage, is going to have to back up, and the thing about this sniper is it puts Froyotech in a weird position. Normally, when you're the offensive team, the game's kind of being played by your hands. You know, you can take as much time as you want, but here, with Zam up on the sniper, they can't peek these chokes for free anymore. They have to make sure that it kind of feels like they're the ones defending a little bit, and it gives maybe an opportunity for the Zoo to try and poke and prod just a little bit, because now just pressuring these doorways, which might have been a lot more free for Froyotech previously, means that, you know, one errant move, not by yourself, but, you know, by the sniper, and you're completely sent to the respawn room. So puts Froyotech in a bit of a tricky position, as they have to try and figure out some way to deal with it. Marmlu getting into IT is going to try and go for a bomb. Gets deleted. Unfortunate for him, but Logan is going to make a play. Does so much damage onto Divine. No one was watching him as well. Donovan and Zam going to clean him up, but the damage has already been dealt. They want to try and get through these doorways, but oh, he gets stuffed. Very unfortunate there for the soldier. Donovan is going to have to back up, and with Divine so weak, Froyotech going to use it. They're doing so much damage to both of the scouts. They're all going to go down. Sam, Zam, and Exile going to be deleted. Oh my, nice rocket onto Brand Slam from Donovan. He is 100% feeling himself regardless on the output of this match, but for the Zoo, it's been not a good series of fights. They're going to have to go all the way back to last. The only one on second is Donovan. Gets cleaned up by Banny, and great stuff from Froyo.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you can really say. Zam is back up on Soldier here. Great stuff coming out from Froyo as they are able to find both Zam and Exile here. Now 2 players left alive. Yum Yum going to be coming up out of that spawn room as Fat Russian Man. A lot of cap time going to come out from Marmalou here. 20 HP though on the right side, but it doesn't matter as there's not enough players up on the side of the Zoo to really mount a capable defense, and Froyotech is going to take home that round. Now it's match point. If Froyo wins this, they're going to be moving up into those grands.
They are going to be moving up, only 1 round away. Zam opting to stay on the soldier for this mid. Froyotech making the necessary adaptations last time. Just bomb your soldier, get aggressive. Don't let the sniper have any space to work with now. Zam gonna go for a little fade bomb onto Banny, does a bit of damage, backs up. Now it's gonna be Patty jumping around, drawing a few eyes. Logan is gonna be the first one to fall, so if they can just hold on to this, and they should be able to, Zoo gonna be able to win the first this mid. Banny takes so much damage over in choke.
Is able to catch out Sam regardless as well, getting his team a nice trade there with Logan spawning relatively soon. He might not be able to get 2 seconds in time for Froyo to do anything with it, but you know, Sam is also spawning all the way at his last, so you know, actually he's gonna get forwards here. Sorry, Zoo has a mid. Correcting myself there. Does look like Froyo is going to be wanting to push in, though. Yum Yum is going to be able to drop Banny here. Uber's not yet used on the side of Froyotech nor the Zoo. It is completely even as the Zoo is looking to maybe push forward through choke. Now that Banny's gone, they don't really have to worry about any crazy choke lockdown, or you know, maybe even IT getting locked down depending on where Banny's wanting to look here. Zam's going to be bombing forward, fading over towards the rock here, trying to get you know, some info and space for his team. And the Uber is going to come out from the side of Froyotech. It is Brand Slam trying to get onto Divine. The counter pop finally does come out, significantly better Uber here. Brand Slam is just juking Exile here, though, is able to survive, taking absolutely 0 damage that entire fight, and is going to be able to pick up Donovan here. Zam going to be able to find Banny out as well, living inside of IT, very weak, but is going to get pinched by Brand Slam. Is going to be able to land a nice rocket just before dying, so somebody was there to pick off Brand Slam. You know, could have been monumental for his team, but unfortunately for the Zoo, it is just going to remain as a 4v4. Marmalou just now spawning, I do believe, or sorry, Zilly just now spawning. Looking Zilly rough here for Froyo.
Looking a little bit rough. I mean, they did good to force Zoo back and kind of delay this inevitable push, considering that Divine does have Uber advantage. Froyotech going to be jumping in. the zoo jumping in. They want to try and take this for free if they possibly can, considering they don't have. So a little bit ambitious, just going to be a drive fight for the moment. And Zam going down means that they are going to have to back up at least until they get their Uber they have right now. And the question is, do you wait for your respawner, maybe lose that Uber advantage, and with Yum Yum going down, I think they might just have to use to get out of this very tricky situation, and they are going to over by choke. Can they find any Froyotech players? No, Divine is not connected up with his scout, so they are just going to have to use the remainder of this Uber to try and get out. Oh, nice surf, actually, amazing surf from Divine to stay alive there. It's not going to win their team the mid fight, but it is going to allow them an opportunity to try and come back in and refight Froyotech with heals. And Banny super weak over on the right side of the point. Froyo probably not going to be able to get this point. The spawners for... Oh my god, nice force coming out from Zam. The spawner's just a little bit too good for the zoo. And even though Froyotech captured this up, they want to try and refight this almost immediately.
But check this out. Donovan coming in from behind is able to, lands a lot of damage onto Zilly here and is going to make it very easy for Exile to come in and mop up that kill. Now Froyotech has no beam for the rest of this fight, but it doesn't matter. They just go forward. Brand Slam, Logan, and Patty, and Marmaloo, all four of them just absolutely decimating right now, able to find that counter pick onto Divine. Zam very low, going to be backing out all the way towards spawn here. It is 3 players alive, going to be getting their spawners just in time to set up some kind of last defense, but how strong will it be given the circumstances?
They've got an opportunity, considering that Froyotech aren't anywhere close to their Uber as of yet, so it's not like Froyotech are knocking on the door just now. They are walking up through the front yard, though, so they have to be careful. It is only 20%, so assuming Froyotech get and immediately use, they only have to kite for a few seconds before they get their own, so it's definitely doable. If you are Bazoo, you just have to make sure that you play this correctly. You know where Froyotech are going to come from. Seems like Froyotech, they haven't gotten into lobby, so it is going to be through one. Banny is walking forward, and they have committed, making their presence known, getting in. That is going to be an early pick for Froyotech. Donovan dying over by rollout, so a good start to this Uber, but now it is going to be an opportunity for the Zoo to get in. They have so much time onto the point. Froyotech, dude, they just need to stand on it just for one last second. No one is really dying on Froyotech either, so they can come in with this refight. Just get on the point. Someone has to. I don't think they're going to be able to. Seems like the Zoo have found it within themselves to hold on to this last point. Make sure that they're not out of the game just quite yet. Get on the second. Good last hold for them, but it's not over at all.
Yeah, not quite over. Early GG actually getting dropped by Zug in chat. So unfortunately for these players, it is looking like their match is not quite over at this point in time, and they will have to try and thug it out a little bit longer. Threat for the cap is now coming in. It is a massive player ad for the side of Froyotech here. They are able to walk in. Some spawners are coming in, but I don't think it really matters, and at the end of the day, it doesn't, as Froyotech is able to waddle forward, slowly coming through for here. And they are going to be able to take home process against the Zoo, almost running out the full 30 minutes there. Very close game in terms of, just DM. But scoreline 5-1. A little bit of a rough loss for the Zoo, but Froyotech is sitting pretty, waiting for their challenger in the grand finals.
Yes, they are going to be eagerly anticipating whoever they have got to fight off against. But yeah, like you said, really great stuff from them. Just quickly looking at the logs, 37-8 from Brand Slam, having a absolutely fantastic game, 344 DPM as well. He was mowing down everyone that he could see, and apparently he saw a lot of people. Almost a 40 burger in a 30, and not even a continuous overtime game. It's just a sub 30 minutes. Didn't even go the full length. So really, really impressive stuff from Brand Slam. Just pumping in the work for his team. On the other side, shoutouts to Sam, 12-18, but 303 DPM. Just trying to do everything possible. But yeah, it's a very unfortunate one for the Zoo because they had really great mids, and they had oftentimes their medic would live throughout the mids, and they got onto Zilly. I want to say more times than not on the mids, but they just weren't able to execute off of that. Their last pushes weren't super clean. The only one they got was just kind of like a steamroll from second onto last. It wasn't a proper mid last push of its own. So very unfortunate that, they had really great starts to the majority of the rounds. They just weren't able to close it, and Froyotech able to bounce back into the face of those like pretty bad starts to each of these rounds. So really impressive stuff from them, but otherwise just a clean game from Froyo.
Very clean game. I mean, couldn't have said it better than you just explained it right there. It was just kind of rough for Zoo to really make anything happen. As soon as they got onto Zilly, they couldn't really make anything happen out of it. And like they had a lot of great pressure, but at the end of the day, you can only do so much with pressure. You have to act on it, and they weren't really acting on that pressure. So unfortunately for the Zoo, they're not going to be able to take any more rounds than that second roll into last that we saw a lot earlier on, and Froyo will be taking that one away pretty heavy-handedly and pretty decisively.
Yep. So that has been Vizoo versus Froyotech. Froyo going into the grand final. Stay tuned, because up next, I believe we have got the lower bracket semifinals headed your way.